我们拿背包护颈，其中一个原因是因为我们拿的那个背包去护颈，拿的那个包是我们的避难包，所以等同于是我们拿那个东西保护自己的头部、颈部，保护说上面的落石砸下来会砸到我们。除此之外，再来就是如果说等到地震停了，我们在逃生的时候，我们可以拿着避难包去逃。那避难包里面就是放着我们一些重要的那些东西。那个书包、那个包包，不是说单独就只是为了拿来保护我们的头跟后颈而已。那个里面的东西全部都是，如果说真的房屋垮塌了怎么样的，但是我们的生存物资。那个不单独就只是一个作秀好看的东西而已。
他回什么？
我记得那柯文哲就讲说。我去给你发那个头套，每一届来我都在给你发，我都要给你去采购，我都要给你去采买，我都要给你去采购采买，每一届都发一个，每一届都发一个，每一届都发一个。就是说现在的学生这样子，好毕业了又进来了一年级新生，我还要再给你发那一个，然后到后面有人不见的时候，他还要再补那个东西，还有或者说他自己花钱去买。每次只要有新生进来，我就要去给你采购那个头套，要去发给他们，发给。那我们后面是不是要干脆直接发钢盔给他们？我们直接发钢盔下给他们，不是更有效？打那个真的，如果说真的掉下来砸到头，也不会受伤，造成伤害更小。既然要发，我们为了不发，最好我们直接发钢盔。
晚上好。
晚上好，对吧？早上好，还真准时，才刚开下去。刚刚在摸熟悉新的游戏的套路。哦，这个要打就，哦，我想说把那个什么 change， 我可能想把 change 给你放在礼拜天的时候，我要放周日之夜的时候，因为我现在其实有很多东西要开，而且现在时间改动了，所以我不想说一个东西连续开。我想说就是说每天都安插不一样的，不然就到时候如果说有人有新的进来，他们会认为说你是不是时常常态开这个的？我不太希望被别人认为说我是时常常态会去开那个东西，所以我想说就是一直变。然后今天要玩这一款哦，我本以为应该不会说到可能不会很久，但是实际上玩下去，我突然发觉到这个东西可能真的会打很久啊。它其实故事有点长，然后就是刚刚我跟KD 讲到的那个，我是觉得很白痴。我觉得这个已经开始变得就是，应该说我其实很讨厌选举，我很讨厌选举就是快要选举的时候，那都是那一些莫名其妙的东西。他们都是会给你为了就是说要拉自己的选票还是怎么样，就可以开始给大肆的去给那个造谣啊，还是弄一些子物虚有的那些东西出来。然后都给你用一些奇奇怪怪的那些东西，然后我那时候，我自己都有在想，当初我们都不是这样子过来的嘛，当初我们都这样子过来，我们都没说什么的啊，怎么现在开始就可以开始要给那边变来变去、改来改去，莫名其妙一大堆哩哩扣扣。
不择手段的抹黑。
Yep。哦。不过，就是单独就以论防灾那个东西，我是觉得，哎，我们以前都是这样子过来的啊，到底？而且为什么这个东西你要去做比较？你为了就是说你要去比说，哎，新北市今天921防灾都有发给每个学生头套，让他们套在头部。这样套在头部的话，他们那个头部撞到也会缓冲，然后颈部也可以有受保护。那戴个头套，我都不想讲，戴个头套是怎样？每个都是处刑人哦，每个都是准备要受审判、要受处刑的哦。 我觉得头套，我觉得很难看，我真的不太喜欢那个东西，而且应该说，我们其实有在我们亚洲有忌讳，我们其实蛮忌讳说把那种东西套在头上，因为真的就是看起来就很像死掉套头套，而且更别说你像。其他国家把头套那个东西套在手上，通常都是要处刑的罪犯才会把那种东西套在他们头上。我是觉得没有必要。我知道为了选情啊，但是麻烦弄一些稍微有点水准一点。这一次我直接创一个新的角色就好了。带有故事的角色，我觉得那个就是单独我私底下玩，或者说，我觉得不可能每个角色故事我都可以玩过一次啊，这很长，这有超级大量的文本游戏，我怎么可能都玩得完？这太长了，我不画懂啊。
新闻看久了会觉得有点烦。
你会发现，其实你像一眼看过去，多半都是各式各样的一些手法，那些各式各样的那种恶烂难看的手法。
政党攻防真的很无聊。
而且他们有时候做的事情跟当时说的跟现在做的事情会不一样。当初他们搞不好规定是怎么样，但是后面的时候突然变成是说，我们又可以怎么做？就是反正就是在野党当时做可以做什么，然后现在执政党他们变执政党的时候就开始又改规则。
为了反对而反对。
简单来说，规则就是由他们自己在定的。我可以学2个戏。不好意思，我还是比较喜欢大提琴。虽然说它预设是班苏里底，但是我其实比较喜欢大提琴。
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared. and center Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
这次认真打，认真开头下去比。然后最近在吵，都是在给你吵那个什么论文那些东西啊，觉得莫名其妙。
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry.
反正你会发现，其实今年多半最近几年，今年跟去年吧，反正就是开始就是论文战那种。
每个都抓一次。
去年前面的手法是什么？我爸选你，你爸选我，我爸选他，他爸选他，他爸选他，然后他再爸选我，反正就四处爸选。
You're lucky they didn't notice just how thin you were under those bandages. Although, seeing someone wrapped up like that.
然后今年就是，哎，你论文抄袭，然后他说，哎，他说我论文抄袭，然后之后再说，哎，他论文抄袭，然后再变就说，哎，那他也论文抄袭。
Better keep that hood down, mind you. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
Playing dead, are you? Probably a good idea. Playing dead, are you? Probably a good idea.
"那看着我就觉得好无聊，能不能耍一些新的招数还是什么的？怎么都在给你那边一下 A 一下 B 一下 C 一下 D。而且重点，我觉得白痴还有一个白痴的点就是，我们一般的那个人就已经过得很痛苦，结果还有那个闲力气在那边互相去争说谁的党比较好，谁的比较好，然后会开始那边给你打那些唇舌战那些东西，我觉得很无聊又浪费时间。我在想干嘛啊？嫌得自己生活过得太舒服，是不是啊？
都不讨论有意义的。
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
我觉得不止都不讨论一些有意义的。
Did you expect a needle?
是，好像是，我不知道到底是生活过得太过于无聊，还是过得太过安逸，还是过得太舒适。讲个难听点就是活腻了。其实无法想象为何这游戏有要转视角，我竟然还要把滑鼠拉到这里。请问一下，这滑鼠的 Q 跟 E 到底可以干嘛？没干嘛的话，我想把 Q 跟 E 换一换的啦。那按键按超级远，我才给你转视角，我不该是这样子的。Q 键是什么？Q 键是地下城主，我是人物一，算了，到底发了好多。而且，我觉得选举，我觉得最难看的是，他们会为了要达到一些目的，还是要抹黑别人，会去给你攻击别人的身世，攻击别人的那个的家什么那些东西，还有家人那些的。重点是别人还把它当成理所当然。所有人还把它当理所当然，认为说这些都是正常的。意思就是说，只要你能带出一点说，搞不好他曾经是那个叫什么？搞不好他的出身是贫穷世家啊，还是他是政治世家啊，还是各种什么里里扣扣，只要对他们也选情有帮助，他们就一定会用各种方式去那个。
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? You here to relieve me? Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here,
他家
filthy
关我什么
scrounger?
事？只要
Choose
他
your
能
words
做得好，我
carefully.
就没什么
My
意见。
fists ache to meet a new face. And it's about time too. The lads and lasses up there are getting lazy. Figures they'd send one of you sorcerers down. They can barely be chuffed to wiggle a single toe. Can't just leave the prisoner alone though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Some offence intended. You hear that, Emoire? We're taking a walk.
啊！我操！
Hey! Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it work.
See them.
哇，来不及！哈哈哈。
Hurry it up, sorcerer. You day.
No. No. You will see. That's one problem solved. A dead Magister. Somebody will have to take the blame for this. And it won't be
有点晚了，我先去洗澡。
OK， 我这边有点麻烦，等一下。
拜拜。
OK。 不小心死了一个人哈。我原本想说，里面那个地方，然后有个拉杆，想说把拉杆拉下去，想说拉杆拉下去，里面人应该会跑出来。然后刚刚就有一个看门的说我人为什么在那边，然后叫我把手拿起来放在他看得到的地方，然后就把手拿起来放在他，我就用智慧跟他说服说，那个上级长官过来说有事要跟你谈，然后说服成功。然后他讲说，可是不能把放人一个丢在这里。然后我就讲说，我就用智力去说服，跟他讲说这个牢笼硬得很，没有理由说他人会那个吧，逃出来吧。然后说服失败。他说我的教室只有1而已，那边教室判定要2。我想说，我操，他妈的操，没有讲我也不知道那边教室判定要2，所以就那边就交车失败，然后就把人带走。然后我那时候本想说好啊，你要把人带走，那我就四处断手，就是继续说要去把那个附近的东西找一找，拿一拿。结果我才刚转头在收东西而已，那一个犯人他就直接丢了一把火在那个看门的那一个人附近，因为他刚好是因为他是走第一个的。然后他就往前走的时候，刚好那边有一滩污油，然后我又刚好前面不小心把一桶油桶直接放在那个地方。我想说这个油桶不小心捡到，然后有点挡住，我就给他先放旁边而已。谁知道他刚好就把它给点爆了，然后那底下有一滩污油，火烧起来，然后刚好又烧到那个油桶，然后那一个看管犯人的直接被炸死。然后前面那一个犯人他就跑过来说，总该有人要那个为这个事情去承担，但是绝对不会是我。然后他就跑过来逼我。然后到那个地方的时候，我就会想说，看前面后面，他妈完全都只是我一个不小心的而已，他妈就是完全连贯起来。交城，他刚刚说什么？活宝，引燃毒素，将一根蜡烛靠近净土地表后，直接将其点燃，从而炸开门。可是这边的有洗掉。
Not the most elegant solution, was it?
我其实不太喜欢他原角色的那些的那个语音，听起来我觉得不太喜欢。可是没办法。他有为原角色去配过，那些有名有姓的角色配过。
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Da
我发现不能跟
为什么？
没有你 你不能把你兄弟跟他老婆放在一起。他2年生了5胎给我看。他2年内生了5胎耶，他们2个在主堡里面啊，我在外面征战啊，我跟着我老婆过了10几年都还没，只生了1胎而已。你他妈你也很猛。这游戏判定是怎么判定的？我真的是要在一个堡里面待2年吗？不是吧？
看来有必要把我们的兄弟逐出家门，甚至直接让他晋升。
我还会生呢，真的是。
甚至直接把他晋升为太监好了。
不是，大小。
还好我都把我老婆带着试试，我就把她带走。
那我带着出去，我把她带出去啦，我带出去，应该过2年3年有了吧？还没生过。还是说这个游戏有在判定说？一个女人的那个不能有那种高龄产妇。
可以有，但是我要先提醒你一件事情，会有难产而死的问题出现。
对啊，会有难产。
因为我曾经有一个党，我有一个超级好的挚友，一个女的，一样是南部帝国挚友，她死，而她的死因是因为难产，因为我看她年纪其实已经40、50岁了。他的死因是因为难产而死的。
你有把他带出去玩吗？还是说你把他放在城堡里面？
没有，那不是我的同伴，那个是一样南部帝国的其他人，只是我跟他的关系比较好。
那你不知道他是怎么难产死？
有啊，他其实会显示每个人的死因是什么。
我就死的是你不知道他是。一直在外面征战还是怎么样？孕妇
不知道，没有，他好像都没再出去的，他很少再出去。对，他多半都会在城堡或是那个城镇那边，他要出去基本上很少。
那就真的是那个啊，很危险。我看看我弟跟他老婆是几岁？为什么1年内可以生5胎？我就这边一直在跳。
Concern clearly etched upon her face.
你知道那个，他那个动画在跑啊。
I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
就有点嫉妒啊，那个人怎么不是我？
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
我弟5次跟他老婆在床边生了1胎。
My word, you do seem a bit.
我跟你说，我不知道他以后会不会直接把家族族谱用出来。
这真的很恐怖。我觉得适量就好了。我想说。
In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
人员变少，放着他们去生，不是给你这样子呢。
A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source, for good.
我看，你知道他怎样吗？他生5胎，4个女的，1个男的。
Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
1个侄子。
看那时候生了一堆女的，他们没有用处啊。
然后我跟我老婆只生了1个女的。
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
You better stop before you hurt yourself.
不是给你这样
but no result.
不是他生3胎啦，2年内生3胎啦，其他2胎是，这个是 他38岁，等一下他38岁，哦是哥哥啦，哥哥产哥哥，不是啊，他老婆也33岁啊，哥哥产了3胎，啊我下面那个弟弟长大了产了2胎，然后20几岁就开始再生了，干我真的是很废。
There you have it. See? The collar's function. It
我他妈是
neuters
有
you of
多废？
sorts. Makes you unable to cast source.
过了这么久，
For
我
your
上
own
面
peace of mind,
哥哥
of
生了
course.
3胎，我下面
Yours
弟弟生了
and
2
the
胎，
whole
啊就我
world's.
1胎。唉，
你的意思说，
Good gods! There's
该找个时间
murder here.
跟我老婆好好独处
Patches
了。
blood.
你的意思是说那些全部都是你老婆？
不是什么那些就是不是是他们的老婆，
哦，
他们跟他的对象。
我还说是你的老婆跟，不吧？
没有，不要乱伦哦，不要不伦好吗？这不是日本。
啊，我刚才原本以为你是说你的老婆跟了你的哥哥还是什么样的，我就说那我他妈大义灭亲哦，我他妈绝对会大义灭亲哦。
绝对会啊！这游戏应该没有那么乱吧？不要给我
没有啦，至少目前为止我没有看到那类情况发生过啦。也有可能是因为我玩的版本是比较浅的，他现在有没有那个东西我不知道啦。
而且这游戏很尊重一夫一妻。他只要有老婆，还是他只要有老公，他只要有对象，他只要有配偶，他就不会跟你被你什么金钱诱惑还是什么诱惑，被你的魅力诱惑。
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Easy now. Why don't you move along? Get some fresh air. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you no herself. Go ahead. She with the body. Nothing to see here.
好了，至少1胎我就把她捧成小公主，就这样。
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. 2 things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of...
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Not with that collar on you, Aunt. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else.
其实这游戏时间流动很快。
会啊，也可能就是因为很快的原因，所以他要以这个游玩模式去出多人连线到，就真的有点难。
我从20岁开始征战，现在已经37，有点怕。
反正你人是不会老死的、啊，除非你有开洗。
哦，是吗？
而且你又没开1条命的机制，你有开1条命机制，你其实搞不好不会老死，而是在战场上直接被打死。
因为我看到其他家族的人逐渐老死啊，有人是寿终正寝啊什么的。会吗？也 它有防那个老鼠吗？
你没有开的话，它就不会老死啊。
是自己人不会老死。
Husband, would you please
其他
tell this
NPC
very
还是会老死。
charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this
我是没有特别去
woman,
调啊。
nor do
它
I
预设是
sing. In fact, I'm
怎么样我不知道。
deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of
所以你
mine.
要走的每一步都
Madame
很，
Josephine gribbles to pee,
就是不能浪
refuses
费
to
时
be
间啊！
confused
你
with
不能在
anyone
地图乱
else.
逛，你就是要很明确的
What?
你要走
What's
哪
so
里就走
funny?
哪里，要不然
Her pinched face
时间
cracks
一
into
天
a
一天
great
在流
grin,
逝，你
and
的
she
人物一
shoos
天
the
一天
children
在
away
老。
from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You'd presume right. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Do you know Lo, sir? She's a really good singer. I'm better, though. Listen. La la.
You look like my daddy. His name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home.
I'm here because I'm magic. Are you here because you're weird?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you name. The Divine Order wants to know. Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy, we're trying to catch a killer here.
这个党是库赛特被我们灭了，巴坦尼亚被左边那个
巴坦尼亚被左边那个，不就北部帝国？
左边，北部帝国不是我们头上那个吗？
巴坦尼亚是哪边的啊？正上方还是正左方啊？正右方啊？
左上角，巴坦尼亚是。
你说围巾不足？
对啊，就是射手的、绿色的。
那就不是啊。
它不是围巾吧？它
围巾是蓝色的呢。
对啊，巴坦尼亚是他们的射手叫巴坦尼亚。
哦，你是说围巾的射手就叫巴坦尼亚？
反正绿色那个，他那个他是围巾吗？还是不是？他不是围巾吧？
绿色的不是啊，绿色的你不是说是蒙古还是匈奴？
没有，那个蒙古是库赛特，右上角的青蓝色。
那最右边的那个绿色，我就不知道那个到底要怎么去形容。
你说那个蒙古、哦？
就最右边绿色的那一个，那个要叫什么种族也不知道，那一个国家。库赛特不是下哦，阿塞莱是下面，库赛特是右边哦。
阿塞莱是库赛特，对啊，库赛特是右上。
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All
而
of a
且你要
sudden,
灭一
he
个国
grips
家，
you
其实
firmly by the chin,
他
with
们
the
虽然没
intent
有
of
领土，
inspecting your teeth.
他们虽然没有领土，他们虽然没有地方可以待，但是他
There's some
们就是跟我
discoloration,
们
as well as a
刚
rather
出生一样，就
disconcerting
是在
lack
地
of
图上
tongue
乱
and
跑。
gums, but I've seen worse.
然后他们还
After
是
all,
会
one
去
can't
效忠
expect
他
to
们
find
的
prime
领土，
merchandise on a
除非
squalid
有
little ship
其
like
他国
this.
家可以收留他们，还是怎么样？
Now then, to business.
要不然他们就是在地
You
图
will
上
answer me
四处乱
3
逛，
questions.
还是有这个
The
种族
first
在，
one is this.
人是都还在，
Can you cook?
就是被就是偏向流
And
浪，
of course, a cook who
就跟我
can't
们一开
taste
始
is
的
about
时
as
候一样。
useful as a dog in a chess game. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave?
就变成
In
一
short,
盘散沙。
tailor? Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more.
我是不
A
知道
most
他们如果
satisfactory
说真的
answer
领
indeed.
主被我砍头还是
On
怎
then
么
to
样
my
子，
final
通常我都不会
query.
去砍他们领主。
Have you
他
the
们
ability
底
to
下
administer
会
the upkeep of one's personal appearance?
The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can tailor and groom, but you have the taste buds of a dung beetle. Still, beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave. Of course you accept. Mine wasn't an offer, it was an order. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach
看不着，我只知道他们擅长骑马跟射箭，然后他们在丛林里面的速度。
我是说左边的青绿色的巴坦尼亚，你之前也有雇他。你雇他来当射手。他们真的是很强，当射手真的很强，他们的箭袋会比你们我们一般的射手还要多带一个，所以他们可以从头射到尾，不会停。只是他们被灭了。
Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Who we are, what we've done, they mean less than nothing as long as these collars choke us.
It was one of them. I know it. Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate. They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them. I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up? You think me mad? Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely. What are you trying to hear anyway? I'll tell you if...
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
You one of them? A divine order loyal? They killed us.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench. He raises an eye.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
He turns his head toward you, looking you up.
You look like a boy to me. Listen, if you're interested. Or get got the ship, of course.
A wave of
and... Sick as a lip, but there's more. There now. Squeak! Aha!
His eyes snap open.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news. It's the wheat. Burn my beard. That means... so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here. No indeed, boy.
The dwarf leans back from the table and...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard. A beatific...
剧情昨天看过了，我就不想要再剧透花时间。虽然说看过部分 YT 并没有留档去死。
An elf sits tucked.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite...
Not the future, no. I could lick your arm and tell you...
She looks at you in surprise.
My... Guess I'll have to find out the memory from...
She gives your arm a vigorous...
You were thinking of flesh.
She pats you on the...
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's... I don't lick.
我要使劲的拿，什么东西能拿起来我就拿起来，全部都拿。当然不会拿到负重。
Empty.
反正这些东西到时候等一下是要直接去找那一个找人卖，全部把它卖掉。
You've been collared and you've been told why. There really is no need for you to linger.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by
Who
one.
we are, what we've done, they mean less than nothing as long as these collars choke us.
Mad? Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him. It was one of them. I know it. I'm trying to concentrate. They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and examines your bandages, rubbing them between his fingers.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly
Oh.
from page to
Oh.
page, completely oblivious to your presence.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
You mind? I'm really rather busy.
费恩是精灵，费恩不是精灵吧？我记得我自己原本选的费恩就不是精灵啊。
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer.
所以意思就是说，他现在就是戴着面具，他戴着那个面具把他自己隐藏住。
A scruffy man lounges against.
Watch your back, new fish.
Rolling his eyes at them, he leans in.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your.
We used to know each other.
Standing far. Ifan grins.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Oh, long story. Maybe I'll know. The dead man. Finn, is it?
He glances over at Mag.
Damn shame Sheeran. The joy. I've heard a lot. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now.
What are you conspiring?
Oh, don't mind it.
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something.
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard.
That right? I always knew you'd turn up front and then best. Your kind always hung closest to our divine. Wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of the ship with him.
至少这游戏世界观没吸血鬼这个东西，否则我觉得会死得很难看。说不定有，是说也不一定呢，因为他妈巫师三里面不是有吸血鬼吗？可他的吸血鬼跟我们所知道的吸血鬼定义又不太一样。那巫师三里面吸血鬼不是强盗靠北？他的吸血鬼跟我们所知道的完全不一样。
Who we are, what we've done, they mean less than
没有
nothing
人
as
可
long
以
as
杀
these
死
collars
吸
choke
血
us.
鬼，除非是他们自己种族。
Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship with him. It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
我他身上的东西应该都
Mad? Insufferable, surely.
Yep 带满。
You trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, they're who we are, what we've done. Who we are, what we've done, they mean less than nothing as long as these collars choke us.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate. They don't care about us.
我捡了一个花瓶，有带花的花瓶，然后重点是那个花瓶现在站在我的背包里，它占着我的背包。然后它上面写的效果是说，当周围的花朵可以装饰你的背包时，为什么要留下它们来美化环境呢？重点是我现在是把这个花盆丢在我的背包里面，重点是它重量有20点的重量，才我他妈神经病，出去。好，结束，来触发主线剧情吧。
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
这好像就是一开始的那一次，一开始主线故事前面遇到的那一次。
What's happened?
What's happened? I don't know. 我现在只知道，我现在可以大肆的去搜刮。东西。
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but her eyes are wide open, like the...
No.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor. His great beard twists. You hear a faint thud.
没有看到费恩呢，奇怪。
What? What happened? Must have been the turnips. You dare strike a royal? Ooh.
The lizard's eyes close as he...
屁呀！
Ifan lies motion. His eyes... Ifan cries...
No, not the final dark.
It's no use.
The dice rolled.
费恩不见了，奇怪了。还是他会依照我们选的哪一个身份，然后去升什么样的，也不对啊。对，反正他不见，找不到人，目前看没看到人。
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
找喽！
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick. Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
哦，我真的无法去想象为何我单独按个按键，我要把手指拉到超级远地方去拿。
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
飞鹰跑到这里来了。你来这里干什么？
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid! No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read the bloody book he's holding. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed. Just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
Please, my time is short, although yours, I gather, is infinitely shorter. Please, my...
原来，我他妈玩的那个角色，那个飞恩，原来他这么狂妄自大，我他妈的，哦。
The marking on the door was painted recently. You press your palm, it doesn't budge. The door groans.
Something's breaking through! What's in that death fog?
Good thing I'm immune. Still, this means trouble.
第一次知道原来我玩的角色这么奇怪，只是他在我手上看起来有点像是呆呆探路者，但是我没想到他原本哥斯基来也是这么奇怪。他很利己，但是事情在决定上都很蛮的偏向在顾虑自己。好吧，看来要上去楼上了。先到这边停着，然后把我身上的装备、武器先装备起来。这是受力量，这个是受敏捷。 就是送敏捷，可是它会减我的移动速度。无所谓，算了。为什么我明明砍一刀下去可以砍5点，我可以砍2刀砍10点，那我为何前面还要多花那个步数走到敌人的后面，然后之后再花点数去砍他，然后只能砍出8点的暴击伤害而已？我他妈傻了！哦，原来这边还可以探索到那么多的东西。我是没想到啦。
broken. Would sink the ship on my watch.
他注意啊，莫名其妙哎，前面也有我自己叫出来的那一个尸体，被我操控的尸体，然后偏偏要跑过来打我的那一个，超重的，一定要打我本体，又不是没有其他东西可以打。
I've faced worse.
嘿呀，你的回合哪来那么快的啊？看大哥，你他妈再丢歪一点，他妈那个火瓶就烧我了。哇，连我都在想说，一个虫子到底要杀多久嘞？
We make a pretty good team.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar. Sounds like she needs help.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound. With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture. Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror. Blood pours out from around the bandage. Magister Siwan reaches out to you, her hand flailing. It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder. Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
It's ripping the ship apart. This is it.
他不可能活下去了吧？他脖子基本上是被割开来的，脖子可能是被割开来，开始在那边大量喷血。我现在是用加压止血法把它好不容易止住血。
Honorable Dallas.
那现在他突然变沉船了，这个救得了吗？
We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead.
Yours faithfully into eternity. High Judge Oriven.
我刚刚看到他那边有个设定，当说他设定那边说，当有一个抗性高达100以上，当你接触的那个东西的抗性，你会开始回血。意思说，如果说我抗毒高于100以上，我接触毒，我就会开始回血。看，我毒素抗性200%，哈哈哈。
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King. This won't be of any use.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
He shrugs and continues the game with a mirror, inspecting inside his nostrils and around the back of his knees.
Source? They told me I'm a sorcerer.
The child screws up his face and looks at you hard. He lifts his mirror up to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
在想，如果说我这边把我的头套拿掉，那我会直接恐惧，他们会恐惧的直接逃跑。
You can stay out here with me if you want. You don't seem that scary.
刚刚那个小孩子，我跟那个小孩子对话，他说你要的话，你可以跟我一起待在这里，你看起来不怎么吓人。然后因为你在开东西的时候，你在对话框的左下角有个东西可以开背包。我开背包的时候，它会显示我人物状态。我直接把我头套拿下来，他直接给我跑走，他直接给我强制退出对话，然后人给我跑走。啊，不是说你看起来，你觉得我看起来没有那么吓人啊？怎么我把头套拿掉就给我随便跑了？妈的骗子！
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they've made it to shore.
为什么？哦。
This
嗯嗯。
Bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
哇靠！这么大的一片血迹，他的判定是这样子的：我踩上去会回2滴血，但是仅限一片血域而已。而刚刚那个血，那一滩血其实是很分散的，它好像有3滩还是2滩吧。啊，反正不管2滩血，我直接即使给你踩的那2滩，我回是回4滴。 但是就刚好他喷血的时候有一个血喷出来，他把2滩血膏连接在一起，我踩下去他只给我回1滴，他只给我回1次，他只给我算1滩血的那个回血量而已。哭啊！
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just... Now then, if there's nothing further... If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities, and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun.
你的匿名很多哦，万物的征服者，世界的驾驭者，太阳的猎人，还有没有？
Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. Oh my word, how you do astound me. Come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels can fool me?
就说这个才前面初期，搞不好还没过多少。
But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, including necromancy and demonology. I do not hold the petty prejudices of common folks. In fact, I prefer the exceptional in all things. Your secret is safe with me.
我们后面那位松鼠伙伴，还有他的猫骷髅玩得很开心。
So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord.
至少不是说叫我称呼你为。
As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further adu, let us be off.
其实不知道我招的成员，他们会不会因为说个性上会有不合，怎么样会互相吵架来干嘛？然后后面会影响到他们的感情，然后打架起来也会有问题。可能是有一个人他非常不爽另外一个人，所以当他受伤要回复的时候，他不帮他回复，或者说在攻击在射箭的时候，他特别不爽谁，然后他就刻意把箭瞄准他的屁股直接射下去。然后我敢说，这打起来一定会很有意思，然后我会打到中锋。
Some would see this as an omen.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused. The cat's eyes are clouded. It appears confused.
好吧，对于动物而言，我没有把我的头露出来，还是隐藏起来，好像他们都不太会怕。也就是说，即使我是一个死人，在他们面前，他们也不会去多担心什么东西啦。少数啦，应该这是唯一只有动物看到我露出我的头出来，他们也不会吓到。
It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad some of the others made it out alive too. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Adults always want to talk. Can't I just play here with my shells a while?
没有啊，无所谓啊，你要谈你谈啊。啊，不过贝壳哦，那些东西可以拿去卖钱，所以我要全部会走。所以说我不知道到底实际能卖多少钱。好多。 之后突然间多了2只宠物出来，不知道到底要干嘛。不过有些地方好像不知道什么，终究就是无法上去，就是。只有什么条件没达成，不然那个地方怎么看起来应该是能上去，但是却不上去。
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, you!
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
Saw 'em, didn't you? The Hammer and Alexander. They gave that scaly traitor what for, they did. Peace is more than she deserves. She were a traitor to the core. Bishop's a son of the dead divine. Don't know when we'll get a new one, but Alexander's looking after us in the meantime, all the same. And the Hammer's a solid sort. Don't take no guff and don't stand for no idling. Earned that name for a reason, she did. When you give up the darkness that's inside you, take your fault it's there, mind, but it's there all the same. They're working on a cure for you even now. Got some good leads, so I hear. you can trust Dallas to take care of it. And once you're cured, your life will start again.
可以不要在我面前讲话边咳嗽吗？
Who wouldn't join up with God himself?
到底有何意义？
Glory,
对，
goodness.
下一个亚瑟摩根。
妈的嘞！啊，我他妈亡灵我不怕，我他妈即使得病了我也不会，我也免疫。
When we lost him, well, it only made sense to see his will through. Can't for certain, but I reckon when God himself gives his life to protect you, you don't waste the gift. You protect it with everything you've got. So that's what we do. Lucian gave his life to protect Rivellon. If we let the Voidwoken get to it now, well, we'd have lost him for nothing. Fort Joy ain't no summer camp. No one said it were, but it's the best we've got to protect the realm.
我们是秘元术士，而他们是净元法师，而他们在我脖子上绑的那个东西是叫什么？秘元封记，意思就是说我不能使用任何秘元魔法。而在他们这个游戏，在这个世界的世界观是使用秘元会招来虚空的那些野兽。 而虚空野兽就有点类似像克苏鲁那种另外一个世界的一些不可名誉之物，所以等同就是说，我们如果说使用秘元魔法的话，会把他们招来到这个世界来，所以他把我们封禁住。而我们又是秘元术士，我们能使用那个东西，他们是净元法师，他们在对抗那些不可名誉之物。 不可名状之物，他们在对抗那些不可名状之物。那既然我们使用秘元魔法是有办法把他们给吸引到这一个世界来的话，那基本上我们是等同于是被判死刑。因为唯独只有把我们杀掉，才有办法去避免说让他们把他们吸引过来。我靠！所以现在我们就真的全部都是急死人。
Wonder what's behind the masks, too. Can't be pretty. The Geists, dummy. The Hammer and Alexander had 2 in tow just a moment ago. Ugh. Thought you lot would be interested in a thing like that. Ah, no reason. Settle in, eh? The Magister will come and find you when they're ready for you. Could be a while, though. High Priest is up to his hood and sinners these days.
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach. A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. The Divine Order's all that stands between everything you see and a Voidwoken's throat. Any traitor to them is a traitor to us all. Believe it or don't. The Divine Order doesn't need our loyalty. They'll save us in spite of ourselves.
看来有人被洗脑的很严重哦。他认为说把他们带来这个地方是在保护他们。
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after? I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy, they're sharp.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. We used to know each other back in the day, you know. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the Order, she started turning out all manner of oddities.
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions? For you? Hell no.
Worthy is exactly the right word. Yeah, someone who's proven himself might earn my time of day. It's all manner of things. Have a look.
他的钱可就多了。 我真的有需要带那么多烹饪锅在身上？只是不禁让我有点怀疑而已。
The woman looks up as you approach, wiping her brow with a green...
What do you need? Huh, the hammer got you curious. Yeah, funny name for a gal like that. When I knew her, the Feather would have been a likelier name. Oh, I don't know. She was a sweet soul, quiet, loved her family. Always seemed strong as I recall, but she didn't come across as no fearless military leader back then. She was just a girl. People do change, don't they?
She nods once.
Clever lass, her. No wonder what Alexander sees in her. Question is, what she sees in him.
You keep his name out of your mouth, you filthy cunt.
每次转视角，我都要给按 Delete 键或者是 End 键，他妈超级远，没有近一点的地方可以设置哦。我觉得是超级难按的，救命！ 而且如果说我要给你看说哪些东西可以拿，哪些东西不能拿，就是哪些东西建议拿起来比较好，我还要给你按 Auto， 啊，偏偏 Auto 键就是离那些键就很远。
Leave me. Go. You leave me be. Just leave.
She groans in pain, refusing.
咦，还好不是可以抵御传染病，不然不就被他传染。就说这个地方爆干大，我想要在这边探索吗？这边这个地方真是有点大的要命。
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
Everyone in camp's got to contribute. For food, for protection, no exceptions. Especially not for elves.
Food? Protection? I have neither.
Runs the kitchen. Means he runs me, you, and everyone else in camp. You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, Elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
And neither will I.
We got a system, and it looks like you don't want to fit in.
Glory is mine.
那怎么又抄到我了？几拍啊？
Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first. I'll catch up with you there later.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and pauses. His fingertips feel your finger bones. His eyes narrow, but a moment later he shrugs and smiles.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other get out of here? The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put. 2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need? Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube, and you were you. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock still, waxy skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, it's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit... hospitable? Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted. Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah, same story here. Reckon in my case, they might actually be right, though. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if... when push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal. Whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be? Sounds fine. So, we're good to go? Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way. Well, duh. I'm sure that disguise will fool most people, but I'm a very sensitive and discerning soul. Most fleshy folks aren't really alive anyway. Don't sweat it. Or whatever it is you do. Now, let's go.
第三位伙伴。
Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend! Haven't you heard? Bishop Alexander, the divine's own son, is God-woken. He will ascend. He will protect us from this darkness. Do not doubt that he will come into his powers at any moment, and then he shall ascend. Do not let hubris lead you deeper into darkness. Pray.
我不想再听这一个信奉到头壳出问题的人在那边废话。
You there? You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just, I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one. In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't want to wait and find out. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Just one. Are you interested? Believe whatever you want. This may be your only chance at leaving this place. Take it or don't. Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take you all, your nobility will have been for nothing. Good luck with your friends, though. Enjoy your last days in good company, won't you?
好穷哦！我们的
Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? They're all I got left after your buddies were through with me. Oh, right kind of you, my friend. I've grown quite attached to them over the years. Well, almost literally in this filthy place. Oh.
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. Advice? Hold on to yourself, my friend. The fort is full of decent folks turned savage by confinement. Do not let it happen to you. Goods? Ah, yes, yes, of course. Have a look.
就这么点东西，你跟我说要算了吧。
My mind? What else, my friend? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Void Worker, the Divine. Why? We've used Source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How can it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And when will Alexander ascend to divinity? We cannot continue like this.
1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears. Oh, come on. We may be here, but at least...
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Don't touch me. You're too close. This collar, this place.
squeezing the life from me. Do you? You seem fine. Don't you feel how tight this collar is? And there's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make space between her neck and the collar, but there's no space to be made. The woman is scrabbling at her throat. As she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in her terrified eyes. She drops her hands from her throat and starts hyperventilating.
Ben! Ben, miss! Ifan! Ben, miss! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer!
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy.
Keep him away from me! Help! Somebody! Keep him away! Guards! Guards! Keep him away! Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster Bennett away from me.
那个其他伙伴可以找。
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
She's gone, Farah. Gone.
Hey. Hi. Easy. I'd say we get out of this place. Don't know how long they plan to keep us here, but I'd rather not find out.
What's your hand, Pipsqueak? What are you loitering round here for? Watch yourself.
为什么会追着一只老鼠？奇怪。
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. We are unfamiliar, yet familiar. We are the same material, you agree? I am very curious. So tell me your tale. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you find. I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. Ah, you want reunion. Life is lonesome. Yes, life is lonesome. The thing you love is gone. I have something for you, my friend. A gift. We can see the things we lose, not with our eyes, but with our hearts. This ruby does the trick. It is nothing. Many fragments swirl on my shore. See what I gather.
介绍我一个红宝石，就给你开问说你来自哪里，你的故事是什么，你渴望什么东西，然后之后就给你一个宝石。 这里没人管，那东西我就拿走啦，管是。是不是在这里可以把其他所有人都找到？如果说可以的话，我想办法自己剩下的所有人找到。
sadly, sniffing your hand.
Out my face, or I'll punch your lights out.
He smacks your hand away, refusing the potion.
You're trying to kill me, ain't you? Get! Those bleeding fools think they run the place, but I showed them. Sure, first, always win. Second, never lose. What are you? Some kind of idiot? Get your ugly mug out of here.
Ah, the Queen's beard. It looks like you lost a fight with a claw hammer. Reckon you're in need of something to heal yourself up, eh? School of Hard Knocks, University of Life, Academy of this and that. I have the talent for it, and whenever I found someone with skill, I asked them to teach me.
Instead of a potion, she hands you an empty bottle and a fat brown mushroom.
I knew I saw some talent in you. Go ahead and combine the mushroom with the vial. Once you've mastered the technique, you'll never need help from a crusty old quack like me again.
疑问：从商业角度来讲，保留这种知识不交给外人，对他而言不是更
？Business savvy? Don't be profane. This is people's health we're talking about, and I get by just fine in the meantime, thank you kindly. Dane's as stubborn as an old steer. Says he don't believe in alchemy and won't accept a potion from me or anyone else. But Jackanape would rather die than drink something that
我第一次知道，原来药剂的制作方法是一个空的玻璃瓶，加上一个蘑菇，把蘑菇使劲的塞进那个空的玻璃瓶，一样药剂就出来。
Still, my job ain't to judge, but to heal. Or if that fails, to comfort. Seems that's all I can do for old Dane anymore.
这一次好玩在玩我那个很小的时候第一次接触的射击游戏。
Quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly recommend it.
它也是 Ubisoft 做的，是被遗忘。
然后小时候在玩的，基本上
它里面有一句。它是有关恶善的，然后它里面有一句，主角一直在问自己，有一句话是他爸爸告诉他的，是什么造就了一个伟大的势力。
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll. Or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into one of your neck's vertebrae.
哇，极度神奇！他说你感觉到一个长针的针尖浅浅地扎进你的颈动脉，重点是我现在没有任何血肉，我的颈动脉在哪？
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking.
挺有趣。
Not so very far from home, I'm sure. This is the turf of Magisters, and Magisters tend to be human, like you.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her, the needle still all too deeply embedded in bone. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here, to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided dears around here would argue such a thing is impossible. Well played. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to that lizard I mentioned. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Yes, the needle did find you rather tough to chew. Then again, I already knew I'd have to push hard, knowing what you really are. This may strike you as, rather eccentric, but the thought of traveling with one such as yourself quite enthuses me.
She tilts her head ever so slightly and looks at you almost mockingly. You can't help but contemplate with both dread and delight the absolute darkness at the heart of her cat's eyes.
Yes, this will be jolly good fun. Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours.
这水就让它快被我喝完，天哪！我觉得口好渴。
Suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me. But wait, you seem to have quite a few followers already. We'll be far too conspicuous traveling in a caravan like that. Return to me once you've culled a couple.
啊，它最终也是有限定人数，超过一定人数好像就没办法组团，所以我必须要好好去想说，到底团队里面要留谁。
I'm ready to take up arms if you are.
So this is...
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out the right way? Nothing I can tell you can't find out by slipping down that hatch. If you've got the...
Hmm? Oh, excuse me.
I got that special shipment you was asking after.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Keep it down, will ya?
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you. Ha! Cheeky. What's your name? All right, Slick. Haven't seen you around here before. When did you get in? All right, easy now. You seem sweet, but I'm more curious about you than a bunch of cheesy lines.
She sighs deeply.
Another one of those. Anyway, I was serious before. I work for Griff, so don't try anything funny if you're heading inside. Move along. Careful. Don't want to catch Griff in a bad mood.
其他的人，没有看到那一个矮人。
That's what happened, isn't it?
Bleeding snake.
No, no.
Leave me be, Sam.
Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Piss off. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand. He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. He lines up another nail and hammers it into the panel.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
He taps hammer to nail.
哦，一来就看到有个死，不好意思，我都没看到。倒是从你身上拿了一些好东西起来。我的。
Neither bribery can consume their joy, their misery.
这样子，那我不如就哦，为什么突然间蹦一个鳄鱼出来？好喽， 啊，怎么又来一只？啊，不是一只而已。有点，我分了点。 好，要痛啊！
Fading.
Not an attempt, mate. Not if I can bloody help it. Time's up, Your Highness. Let's dance.
我觉得被挤开了。
Prepare yourself. I'm ready.
他的素质会不会也太高了？
喂 ，WF， 周图更新喽。
对啊，这礼拜对啊，礼拜10。啊，不过那也是明天傍晚的事情，现在快1点了，对，你应该说应该1点16。
Not an attempt, mate. Time's up, You're up.
Surprise.
Having time.
一郎，这个距离不是13公尺，远到丢不到，怎么可能？好，谢。 呀，我真正要气死我！哇，对，看来我需要好好去研究一下关于这款游戏的走动了。你还可以给我走路，走着走着给我滑倒。我就回哦，干嘛？我就回哦。
Reveal yourself.
啊，他们说角色死亡是要怎么复活？不要说一下。我记得是有可是算了，妈的好麻烦。不是，怎么突然间蹦了好多我觉得很白痴的东西，用那个雨下来，结果他妈自己被用倒，自己被用滑倒就算了。莫名其妙站的那些位置要他妈动就好了。
路易法尔托斯，您挑战失败了，请交出1000张家族债券。现在您还有156800张家族债券，还想要继续吗？
现在是前面莫名其妙一个被限制住，然后另外三个跑到鳄鱼那边，3个打3只鳄鱼，然后再来突然间转到那边那一个在跟他那边打。然后后面独挡回来的时候就恢复正常，但是恢复正常，那三个人站的位置跟他打的位置，他妈又爆开来。我觉得我要稍微去想一下，他那个东西的控制，还有那个别人到底要怎么跑，然后再来就是死亡之后复活到底怎样去复活。就是我觉得各方面我都觉得要再重新收拾。快1点半，晚点休息。